Okay, so this is a tutorial for RealPuddle Pro 2. So what is RealPuddle Pro? We can add puddles to a simple texture set with displacement. For example, let's choose a texture here, maybe this one. And I mean, as you can see now, it's flat. With RealPuddle Pro, you will get a separate add-on, this one here, cycles displacement, and you just have to press the button and now everything is set up. So I don't really like this HDRI, so I will switch this. Okay, so now we will switch to shader editor, and with RealPuddle Pro enabled, you can press this small button here and now it's finished. So you just can add and adjust the puddles here. Okay, so maybe we can lower the wet contact here a bit more. This slider here. And this depends on the height of this texture. Okay, so this is looking very good. We can also adjust the color, or let's say the darkness of the puddle here. This is fine. We can adjust, if we want to, the roughness of the water, also specular of the water. Also here the wetness or the wetting surface, you can adjust the spec and the roughness here. And we have also an input node. Okay, so for example, if you want to connect these two puddles here, you can use a texture for this to paint on the surface. So let's add an image texture, new, okay. And we will, connect this with the input socket. Then we will activate the input vector, switch to texture paint. And here I will switch to material mode to be able to see the texture. So now let's increase the size a bit and lower the strength. And now let's paint. This is looking very cool. I like these methods. Okay, back to layout. And here we can see now the result with cycles. And I think this is pretty cool. Okay, so this is the input vector. Let's disconnect this for now. I will explain the geo vector at a different texture. Then next is the mid-level displacement, scale displacement. This is just normal displacement setting for displacement. Next is surface tension. So this is for this kind of area. Especially for EV, you can extend this rounded area. So for the surface tension, this is especially useful in EV. Wetting boundary. So here, as you can see, we have a very sharp transition between wet surface and dry, and you can blur this out if you want to. Next is raindrops. Yeah, just simple raindrops at the surface. We could increase the scale here a bit. Okay, so now it's a bit bigger. This is just, if you need. Next is the wet image and the input vector for this. Let's make a new texture here. So new, okay. Then connect it and crank up the input vector. And now we will paint this again. So let's say, for example, I mean, you can also use pictures like footprints, for example. But for now, let's increase the strength a bit. And you can paint here with wetness, so to say. Paint here and adjust if you need to. I mean, I never really need this, but if you need it, it's there for you. Okay, back to layout. And here, as you can see, it works also in cycles. Okay, so this is the whole group. Let's check some other textures just for showing. Maybe this one. Then we will switch to shader editor and place the RealPuddle Pro node. This is a really flat texture, so we could decrease the wet contact and increase the water level. Okay, really good. And it's also compatible for the Scan 50 texture pack, which you can get on Blender Market. And I also want to show you the Geo Factor. So let's take this one maybe. By the way, this one is available also on Polyheaven for free. Okay, so let's take this one. Okay, switch back to shader editor. Okay, so let's check out the Geo Node. So at first I will add the RealPuddle Pro node. And here I will activate the Geo Factor, but at first we will modify the surface a bit. In the edit mode, I will make some loop cuts, and maybe I will select these two lines and maybe like that. Okay, so let's select these two lines and push them a bit down, just a tiny bit. Okay, this is very sensitive. So now we can increase the Geo Factor. And as you can see, it goes down, but we also have to increase the water level. Come on, there it is. There it is. Okay, so this is a way to manipulate the puddle using loop cuts. Okay, yeah, so that's it in a nutshell. RealPuddle Pro 2 with auto connection. It sets everything up for you. If you have a displacement node inside your material, it copies all data from that. If you want to get it, go to Blender Market. If you need some help, go to Preferences, Add-ons, and under RealPuddle Pro 2, you will have links where you can reach me. Okay, see you in the next video.